we moved from the Front Range. We were looking for a place to do small-scale organic farming, and James had Haystack Mountain Goat Dairy, which you may have heard of, a goat dairy with goat cheese, and he's still chairman of the board, and it's still a family-owned operation with a lot of the previous employees also have bought in, so it's still doing well and operating over in Longmont, Colorado. But it was time for us to retire, so we retired to a farm. Go figure. And we brought a few goats with us. They're over in their favorite corner, I guess, at this point. They're off and out grazing. And we were looking for a place to do what we're calling a farmstead, which entails a lot of variety of things that we're growing. So we do milk shares where people are allowed to buy a piece of our herd, and then they pay us to board and milk and take care of the goats, and in exchange they get milk. So it's a legal way in Colorado to get raw milk. And we have probably, I think, about 25 customers. So that's one thing we do. We're raising organic grass-fed, grass-finished beef and lamb. And you may have seen our Highland cattle as you drove up, if you were on the correct side of the bus. The Highland cattle are very hardy. They like this elevation, and they also do very well on just grass. So they have turned out to be a very good breed for us. And we have, over in the short little container there, we have about 40 broiler chickens being raised up. We have layers that are wandering around, and they are free range to the utmost. And we're told that grasshoppers like lavender. And some people have a hard time even growing it, but we don't have any grasshoppers, and we think it's because of our chickens that roam around. What else do we have, James? Oh, he's busy. Okay, that's it. And we have lavender. Yay! Yeah. And we got started on lavender because when I was at Haystack Mountain Goat Dairy, and that was kind of James's thing, and I was working another job. I was working a science education program, but I got interested in making goat milk soap. So I did that for Haystack, and now we do it for ourselves and for Haystack. And in that process, I used a lot of essential oils, and lavender was the most popular, and I started researching lavender and realized that we could probably grow it in Colorado. So I said, when we move over to the Western Slope, that's what I'm going to do. And so we got over here, and 2 months, we moved over in the middle of winter. 2 months after we got here, we saw an ad in the Delta County Independent paper for the very first Lavender Association meeting. It's Kathy's hard work. So we didn't have to do it all by ourselves. We had lots of help. We had people who had some expertise. We had people who were trying to get started as well. And the industry has really kind of grown up with the Lavender Association, and it's doing a great job, and that's why you're here, is because they exist. Otherwise, we'd just be this dinky little lavender farm not knowing what we were doing. So it's been great. That's true, and I talked to everybody, and this is really our first, the plants are what? Paula's is probably 6 years. 6 years. Our plants our oldest are 4 years old. So we're all still learning. And it's fun.
But the progress that we've all made is astounding.
Yeah, it is.
So we're working together.
Yeah, it's great. So that's why we're here, and we're going to split into 2 groups, and one group is first going to go out to the fields, and the other is going to see the distillation, and then we'll switch. And so, Kathy, how much time do we have?
We have till 3:15.
Okay.
But we can be a little bit late because we're done, and we're going to Green River to party after this. So if we have a few extra minutes.
Oh, right. We'll bring out the beer here.